Let's be honest, tarot has a bit of a reputation. Depending on who you ask, tarot is either a powerful tool for self discovery or something mysterious and intimidating. Over the years, tarot has collected a lot of myths, misconceptions, and downright strange rules. Maybe you've heard you can't buy your own deck. Tarot predicts the future. You have to be a psychic. Tarot is evil. You should never read for yourself. Today, we're separating fact from fiction and debunking some of the most common tarot myths once and for all. Let's dive in. Myth number 1. You can't buy your own tarot deck. This is probably the most common tarot myth in existence. You've likely heard you have to receive your first deck as a gift. The truth? No, you absolutely do not. If that were true, many people would never start reading tarot at all. This belief likely originated as a tradition rather than a rule, and traditions can be meaningful, but they're not requirements. If you feel called to tarot, buy the deck, use the deck, enjoy the deck. My very first deck was one I purchased myself, and countless readers have similar stories. Tarot doesn't care how the deck arrived. What matters is how you use it. Myth number 2. Tarot predicts the future. This one is a little more complicated. Many people assume tarot works like this. You pull a card. It tells you exactly what's going to happen. The future is locked in. End of story. But most modern tarot readers don't view tarot this way. Tarot is better understood as guidance, reflection, insight, possibility. The cards reveal patterns, themes, energies, and potential outcomes based on your current circumstances. But you still have free will. You still make choices. You still shape your path. Tarot doesn't replace your decision making, it supports it. Myth number 3. You need psychic abilities. This myth stops so many people from learning tarot. People think, I'm not psychic. I don't have special gifts. I could never do that. Here's the truth. You don't need psychic abilities to read tarot. Tarot is a skill, like painting, like writing, like learning a language. Some people naturally connect with it faster, but anyone can learn. The cards contain imagery, symbolism, themes, and stories. You don't need supernatural powers to interpret them. You need curiosity and practice. That's it. Myth number 4. Tarot is evil. This is one that many people encounter, especially if they grew up around negative perceptions of tarot. The reality is that tarot cards themselves are simply pieces of paper. They don't possess magical powers. They don't force anything to happen. They don't have intentions. Tarot is a tool, just like a journal, a meditation practice, a self-reflection exercise. People use tarot in many different ways depending on their personal beliefs. The cards themselves are neutral. Myth number 5. The death card means someone will die. Let's talk about the card everyone fears, the death card. Many beginners panic when they see it. The truth, the death card rarely represents physical death. Instead, it usually symbolizes transformation, endings, new beginnings, letting go. The card is about change. And while change can feel uncomfortable, it often creates space for growth. In many readings, death is actually one of the most positive cards you can receive. Myth number 6. You should never read for yourself. If this were true, most tarot readers would be out of luck. The truth is, many readers regularly read for themselves. In fact, self-readings can be one of the most valuable ways to learn tarot. The challenge isn't that you can't read for yourself. The challenge is remaining objective. When emotions are involved, it's easy to interpret cards through the lens of what we hope or fear will happen. But that doesn't mean self-reading is wrong. It simply requires honesty and self-awareness. Myth number 7. There is only one correct meaning for every card. One of the most surprising things beginners learn is that tarot isn't simply a multiple choice test. A card can have several valid interpretations depending on the question, the surrounding cards, the context, the reader's perspective. For example, the Hermit might represent reflection, solitude, wisdom, guidance, or spiritual growth. All of those interpretations can be correct. Tarot is understanding themes and stories, not memorizing one perfect answer. Myth number 8. You must cleanse your deck in a specific way. There are countless opinions about deck cleansing. Some people use moonlight, smoke, crystals, rituals. Others simply shuffle the cards, and some don't cleanse their decks at all. There is no universal tarot rule book. If cleansing feels meaningful to you, do it. If it doesn't, that's okay. Your practice is allowed to be your own. Myth number 9. Reverse cards are bad cards. Reversed cards are cards that appear upside down. Many beginners assume upright equals good and reversed equals bad. But that's not how tarot works. Reversals often represent internal energy, delays, reflection, blockages. A reversed card isn't automatically negative. It's simply another layer of information. Why these myths exist? Well, tarot has been around for centuries. Over time, traditions, personal beliefs, and cultural influences have created many stories about how tarot should work. Some of these traditions are meaningful, some are helpful, and some are simply myths that have been repeated for generations. The most important thing is finding an approach that feels authentic to you. Tarot doesn't require psychic abilities, special gifts, perfect intuition, memorizing 78 cards, following someone else's rules. Tarot is a tool for reflection, insight, and self discovery. The more you practice, the more confident you'll become, and the more you'll realize that many of the rules people talk about aren't rules at all. What's the strangest tarot myth you've ever heard? Let me know in the comments below, and if you're just beginning your tarot journey, remember, there is no perfect way to read tarot, only the way that helps you connect, learn, and grow. Until next time, trust your intuition, stay curious, and remember, the cards aren't here to scare you. They're here to start a conversation. Specific cards and spreads. And if you'd like more tarot, astrology, and self-discovery content, be sure to subscribe and join me here at Wildflowers and Moonlight. Until next time, trust your intuition, stay curious, and remember, tarot isn't about memorizing every answer. It's about learning how to ask better questions.